Hey, I'm Micah,
And I'm Sophia
and welcome.
to Bookish.
So, this is our first episode, Sophia.
Yeah, it is.
But is it?
Mm, shh, they don't have to know.
Okay, so this is our first episode. This is just kind of a get to know us episode. So, like our little name tags and our intro says, I'm Micah. That's Sophia.
Yeah,
we're
guys, I'm Sophia.
we're friends.
Yeah, we are.
Apparently. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, we're friends. um so yeah, this is what is this podcast about, Sophia?
So basically this podcast is about the books that we talk about. It's about
Yeah.
so basically every episode besides this one we go over a book series that we both
Have
enjoyed,
read.
have read and have
Enjoyed.
enjoyed.
Yeah,
And
I
then
mean
we
there's a difference between reading and enjoying a book.
Yeah, there is. Um,
Like
and
we
we just
read A
sort of,
Long Walk to Water, but did we enjoy No, we did not enjoy A Long Walk to Water.
anyways,
I keep
before she
cutting
cut
you
me off.
off. So we go through and rank a bunch of different books that we have read and enjoyed.
Yeah, we do that. And we also just share our thoughts about what we thought of the book
Yeah,
and what our opinions are.
yeah. So
Yeah.
should I read them the categories?
Oh, yeah.
We have, well, our first category is window shopping. So that will be for each book out of 10, we will rate the cover. And we do that for each book, and that is the only one that we do for each book. But then then our next category is That's a Juicy One.
Which is basically our thoughts on the entire plot of
Yeah.
the books.
Of the whole series, yeah.
Of the whole series,
So
like, collectively of
these
all the books.
these are out of 10.
Anyways, we got, ooh, who's that?
Ooh, who's that? That's the one I forgot on my ranking chart. Um,
Basically, that's our thoughts on the characters. Are the characters one-sided? Are they strong? Do they have depth? That's a really important.
do we like them? Do they slay?
Do they slay?
Do they slay? So our
And
next one is I Was a Bad Girl. That's that's
that's
where
that's the villains.
that's the villains. Yeah.
And I think it's
It's
really
like, are they
important.
actual good villains or are they kind of just like
And
weird?
yeah, do they flop or are they really good? And I think it's really important for a book to have a good villain
Yeah.
that has like depth and reason.
Yeah.
Because it just makes the book so much more interesting, and then
It
those
really
villains
does.
become your favorite characters.
Too. So those are our four like main categories where those will all be out of 10. Each of both me and Sophia will give them a score out of 10, and then because we don't want to find averages, we're going to add them both up to a score out of 20. So, and then we have a bunch of like plus ones and minus ones. Those are like the bonus rounds.
Yeah, our
Um,
little categories.
yeah. So we have love plus one. If it's like, yeah. If it's like a good love story, is it juicy? But does it like, is it a good love story? Then plus one. If it like takes up the entire book with awkward romantic tension, no, no, that doesn't
I mean,
count as
like,
love.
awkward romantic tension is good for like a moment, maybe. And then
Not
they're
the
like
entire
enemies
book.
to lovers, like the awkward romantic tension between, like, in that in between space. But you gotta stop with the
Yeah, like
awkward
Kiva and
romantic
Jaren.
tension.
So yeah, that is one of the series that we'll be doing is Prison Healer.
This
Um,
was.
and then let's do like a quick spoiler warning for all of our episodes right
Oh,
now.
yeah, all of the episodes will
If
have
you
spoilers.
have not finished the entire series, just don't listen to the episode, please. Like, unless you
Yeah,
are okay with spoilers, it's gonna have
exactly.
spoilers. We're gonna talk about them because we love them. So just skip that episode. And then if you're not planning to read the series, then yeah, you can watch the episode. But if you're planning to read the series and you don't like spoilers, this is our like main spoiler alert right now.
Yeah, we'll try to put them at the beginning of
Yeah.
episodes.
So another one of our plus ones is maps. Are there maps in the beginning?
We
No.
love a
We
good
do love
map.
maps.
Okay, I got a Crescent City book right here.
Of course you do. This is our Sarah J. Maas fan. Our resident Sarah J. Maas fan.
Hi. Do they have a map?
If
Lunathar.
you love Sarah J. Maas,
I'm the person you should talk to.
Yes, but I love you, but no, they will not be one of our episodes.
Unfortunately, it isn't because Micah cannot commit.
I think plot twists. Good plot twist.
Good plot twist.
If it is a bad plot twist that kind of just ruins the entire plot, then no.
Exactly. It has to have a plot twist with a reason that helps the plot.
It has to be a good plot twist. Easter eggs. We love our Easter eggs. They're amazing.
They're so good. And just the little nitbits that are like, ooh, it's gonna come in a later book. A bit of foreshadowing, but
yeah.
Let's talk about our minus. Oh, another plus.
I still have more plus ones.
I know. I just realized that.
So, fandoms.
Do they even have a fandom?
Like, Percy Jackson, huge fandom, plus 1
Literal
point.
huge fandom.
Harry Potter, huge fandom.
Huge fandom. But some of it can be toxic.
Some of it can be toxic, yeah.
So it's sort of a -1 too.
I would just say +1 because they do have a huge fandom.
They have a gigantic fandom.
Like Renegades though, not
a big fandom. There are definitely people out there, but just like not enough.
Yeah. It's like the little known series, they don't have a fandom normally. Next is chapter titles.
Chapter titles.
I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher. Like,
we
love them. We love our chapter titles.
We absolutely love chapter titles and wish that more books included them instead of just saying chapter 14.
Yeah, it's kind of boring.
Kind of.
Alright, so now these are our -1s.
What I was trying to get to earlier before I realized that we had
and before I cut you off.
Exactly. That's gonna happen a lot.
Yeah, I do cut her off a lot. I also do this a lot. So -1 cliffhanger. Sophia, try to say something. Sophia, try to say something. So I muted Sophia.
Okay, thank you.
I do that a lot. If she keeps cutting me off, I'll just mute her real quick. So -1 cliffhangers.
I mean, like, what if it's a good cliffhanger?
If it's a good cliffhanger, then it just gets 0.
Okay, yeah.
If it's a bad
no, but the literal cliffhanger.
The what?
The literal cliffhanger.
The Heroes of Olympus fans know.
Oh yeah, they do.
Alright, so cliffhangers. If it's a bad cliffhanger, you get -1 points. If it's a decent cliffhanger, it just gets 0. A bad love trope.
The pregnancy trope. Ew. The awkward tension, the awkward romantic tension and it's like that's what the entire plot is. Ew.
No, you get like -3 points for that.
Like it gives me the ick.
Alright,
you know there's a trope that's like no. You know there's a trope and it's like your father's like friend and he's like 20 years older than you. It's so bad.
Helpless MC.
We don't like helpless main characters, especially if they're female.
Yeah. It's like Prison Healer, I feel like that's gonna spark a debate when we get to that episode. Eudogs. Unnecessary death of good character.
Oh, I always forget what that means.
Eudogs. Just no. Like, that's pretty self-explanatory. Like, don't kill off the good characters.
Yeah, we like the characters.
Nixia. Bad ending.
If it doesn't wrap up right, if it doesn't,
like Scythe.
Yeah,
I love
there can be a little bit that can be left to imagination, but if there's just so many loose ends and like plot holes that needed to be like not holes, Yeah, that needed to be addressed.
Um, yeah, so that is all of our ranking categories.
Yeah. So I think now what we can do is that we can talk about our own book interests.
Yeah, we
We
are
share
very
a
similar.
lot of book interests.
We
I am
do.
Micah's personal library.
And our mystery guests.
And our mystery guest's personal library.
Yeah.
Alright,
Cause I
for right now, her name is MG.
yeah.
Alright, so that's her
Mug.
MG, mystery guest. That's who we're referring to her as.
Yeah.
Um,
Cause yeah. So we are big fantasy people. Fantasy,
yes, we
sci-fi,
love
we
a
live
good
for it.
fantasy book. I'm also a little bit into mystery because I did read a Good
Mhm.
Girl's Guide to Murder, but I'm
Okay.
not
No,
super
I read
heavy.
the first book. I just didn't finish it.
Yeah, I'm not super heavy into mystery. It's a whole lot of fantasy.
I
Like
want
I'm
a good
currently looking at
mystery.
my shelves. It's a lot of fantasy.
No, so I don't like romance.
Yeah, I don't like romance books
I
either.
no, I want like a little bit of love in the books, but I don't want to read a romance
I mean,
series.
I'll
I
read a
tried.
romance
I
because
tried.
it's like romance fantasy and you still get like that fantasticalness,
Mhm.
right? Like
Like
Akatar and
Percy
Hudson City.
Jackson, especially the second series, I feel like that has a little like that's the kind of romance I like. Like you see the cute couples, but it doesn't go like super
You
in
see the
depth.
dramaticness.
Huh?
You see their trauma.
No, like Hunger Games I feel like was pretty good.
I think Hunger Games had a good balance of it.
Yeah. Hunger Games was a little bit heavy on the romance for me.
Yeah, it was a little heavy, but that's because it was just like such a big part
Yeah.
of the plot. Renegades had a good romance in it.
Renegades did have a really good romance, and so did Prison Healer.
I really
Prison
liked it,
Healer was again a little bit more on the like too much romance side for me,
but it
but
wasn't a big part of the plot.
yeah, no, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Um.
Like no, Prison
Anyway,
Healer, Prison Healer had a little bit. Well, it was a little bit too much, but it wasn't like bad. You know, like it was still definitely good.
it was still a great read.
Yeah,
It was still scrumdiddlyumptious.
scrumdiddlyumptious.
Anyways, I am a big Sarah J. Maas fan. I have read all 16 of her published books. And my favorite series by her is Throne of Glass, um, which is just so good. It's definitely more fantasy, and it has like found family, and there's definitely romance in it because like
Mhm.
it's like about the main character finding herself, and part of that is through romance. But it's just so good, and Micah can't commit to it.
I
She
am a,
can't.
I'm a very big Percy Jackson fan.
Yeah,
So like
really big
Sophia,
Percy
Sophia
Jackson.
read all of the first series and she knows the gist of the second series. She didn't read it though. She got lost on Son of Neptune.
I
Um,
did get lost on Son of Neptune. I read like two chapters. It was like, nope.
no. No. So I'm a huge Rick Riordan fan. I've read everything that
Uncle
he's.
Rick.
I've read
Sorry.
everything he's published except I read the first two books of Trials of Apollo, and then I'm like no, and then I tried reading Magnus Chase. No, there's. I
Did you
don't know.
like King Chronicles?
I loved King Chronicles. Magnus Chase had too much weirdness in it for me.
Yeah, I think it's because it's Norse mythology.
All that and like all the like romance was really weird. I didn't like
Yeah, it was
the,
kind
the,
of
the
weird.
ships,
I
the
didn't
ships
even
in
read
Magnus
it, but
Chase.
it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
What else can we talk about? Oh, our scheduling. We can totally talk about our scheduling.
we are going to try our best
To
to
post once a week.
once a week.
It's gonna be on a whole lot of different days, just whenever
Yeah.
these videos
Like we're
can be
not gonna
edited.
I'm sorry, but we're not gonna have the like level of commitment to be able to say, yeah, we're gonna post every single Friday. Like we just have crazy schedules
Yeah.
and like we're in middle school, we don't have full control of our schedules. And
And
so
also up to our parents. So
yeah.
we're here in advance saying that our schedule for posting these episodes isn't going to be consistent. But we are going to try our hardest to make sure that these episodes get out.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best. I'll probably post like a quick. If there's a week that we're not gonna have an episode, I'll post a quick little blurb saying like, "Sorry, no episode this week. We had some stuff come up." Yeah. Um, I'll try to tell you why, cause yeah, I mean like we're just not gonna be. It's we're gonna do our best, but again, we're in middle school. We don't have full control, so like, try is pretty much everything we can do.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, I'm not really sure what other things we can talk about for this because a lot of the fandoms that we're in are gonna be our episodes.
Yeah, we have one, two, three, four, five.
I mean,
We have 8 episodes for books,
and then we have some debate episodes.
2 debate episodes. But I feel like we might.
And we might throw some extra stuff in there.
We should do a Harry Potter debate episode where we can just debate on everything Harry Potter.
That's so true. Another thing, we're not sure if season 2 of this whole thing is ever gonna come out.
Yeah.
You know, this might just end as season 1.
We will have a final episode to kind of conclude, but like again, we're doing most of the fandoms that we're in season 1, so like
yeah,
we're gonna read new books. So I feel like season 2 might be like if we both read a new series, we'll kind of post like once a month.
Sticks of crows.
the Grishaverse.
The Grishaverse.
Yeah, the Grishaverse. Like if we just read new books and we both enjoyed them, we'll probably. I feel like season 2 will be more
debate heavy.
If we do a season 2, it'll be more debate heavy. It'll be more just like talking about books and stuff, and might not be focused on a specific series.
Yeah, it might just be us
talking.
Like
in season 2, I feel like 2 episodes we should do are you talking about Sarah J. Maas and me talking about some of the books I've read, like Divergent, Nixia, stuff like that.
Unwanteds.
I love Unwanteds.
Yeah, and is there anything else, Megan? I have a really weird bread obsession.
She
so
does.
That ever comes up. That ever.
Where are your Toast-Its?
That ever.
I got her those. Her
comes up.
Her bread blanket too.
That ever comes up randomly. Just know that it's.
Yeah, no. If we make like bread jokes, it's.
If we make bread jokes, yeah. Also, I make we'll be like sort of insulting each other a lot.
Let's.
But don't worry, we're used to this.
We are. No.
And so I think another important topic is about our guests that we could have join us.
Yes, we love our
including
guests.
Our friends, which is basically the only guests that we're going to include. Our friends have also read these books and enjoyed them.
The other thing, the audio quality, we are doing our best.
We're not professionals.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be the one editing these episodes, so it's.
I'm filming this on an iPad.
She's filming it on an iPad. I'm actually filming it with a good mic and stuff because this is my dad's whole setup. Editing is gonna be interesting because I'm in middle school. This is not like what I do for a living. I'm learning as I go. Okay, leave me alone.
We are learning as we go, and we just hope that you really enjoy our podcast and us rambling about our books.
Another thing, I think I might put my email in like the little description, so if you have any questions or requests or anything, you can email me. I try to check my email. So yeah, that'll be in our little like description thing. Sophia's bored now. That's not a
Yeah,
good
kind of
thing.
am because Micah's just sort of talking. It's kind of boring. She's gonna mute me.
Yes, I did mute Sophia. I think that's kind of all. You know, you know what we forgot to do?
What?
Come up with an outro. So we're gonna do that live with you guys.
Oh yeah, no. What if we did like once more? You're Micah and I'm Sophia, and
I
this
was
is what
Micah.
you were, Micah.
I
What
was
happened? Did you
Micah, and
die?
you're Sophia, and thank you for listening to Bookish. No,
Yeah.
I say, and thank you for, or no.
Listening to Bookish.
Yeah. Bye. Okay, ready? I was Micah,
And I was Sophia.
and thank you for,
Listening to Bookish.
bye.
Uh,
Oh, I have to figure out how to end the recording.